Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews. Today we are discussing No Hard Feelings, directed by Gene Stupnitsky and starring Jennifer Lawrence, Andrew Barth Feldman, Laura Benanti and Matthew Broderick. In a bizarre deal with the young boy's parents, Jennifer Lawrence must have sex with said teenage boy in order to get a car. Yep, that's the plot. Was there anything redeeming about this movie? Well, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I do have some positives. No Hard Feelings is definitely competently made. There's an okay colour palette and it is well lit. I could see everything as intended. Shame it was all shit, but it was shit I could see. I did like Matthew Broderick and Laura Benanti in this movie. They were good together. It's just a real shame that there isn't anywhere near enough of them here. I'm even going to give the music some praise. I thought that they chose a good selection of songs. I thought they even did some good variations on some of those song choices. And this probably is the biggest selling point of the movie. You do get to see Jennifer Lawrence fully nude. I mean everything. So that's good. And that's that for the positives. Because, we have got some cons for this one. This film is ridiculously unfunny. We actually go as far as having a slow scuffing chair gag. It's all on that level. I found it all to be just so eye-rolling and mind-numbing. Did you say layered or layered? Layered? Layered. Are we 12? What the fuck are we doing here? And when it's not ripping your ears off with such examples of painful dialogue, the jokes that it does offer are so premeditated you can see them coming from a mile away. Just like this plot. I went into this thinking this movie is going to go A, B, C and then D. And what do you know? I literally didn't need to see this movie. It was an absolute step-by-step of exactly what I said it would be. I could have saved money. I could have stayed home. I somehow telepathically saw this in advance in my own head. That's how uninspired and unimaginative any of this is. It really is that much of a late 90s, early noughties, the hottie and the fucking naughty type of absolute trash. I am bewildered. I am staggered. I am baffled as to how this film has come out today in this fashion in 2023. What happened? Has this been sat collecting dust on a shelf for nearly 30 years, just waiting to find an actor to make this the summer blockbuster it was always destined to be? Because I don't get it. I'm having a breakdown over this, Jesus. Back to the negatives before I have a hemorrhage. This is such a strange and troublesome plot. Role reverse this story, and you try telling me this is okay. I dare you. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure Chris Hansen is honing in pretty hard on the writers and producers of this movie as we speak. Do you want to know what my favourite thing about this movie is? Is that No Hard Feelings is absolute proof that Hollywood is full of fucking hypocrites. Last year we had She Said, which was, okay, a movie that didn't really work for me, but I can absolutely acknowledge that it was poignant and it was necessary and it really did help lift the Me Too movement and it was necessary to do so. Fast forward 1 year later and Jennifer Lawrence is a total arsehole and she's trying to fuck a teenage boy in a comedy. There's no chemistry between them. They just shout and scream at each other and are frankly awful for each other. It's so forced. I dislike both of them. It feels like she's 15 years his elder. He doesn't come across as legally old enough to consent to anything happening in this film. And if you even look past that awkwardness, he is stiff as a plank and offers no personality at all. I'll give Jennifer Lawrence this. She's left to do all of the heavy lifting. The only problem is that she can barely lift it herself. Watching her trying to carry this comedy, of which she doesn't fit at all, is like watching someone hobbling with an overpacked shopping bag that bursts as you get to the door. There's also some insanely jarring editing throughout this movie. Near the beginning, she's holding up traffic on roller skates, and then it holds on a location that she passes, but suddenly there's no cars behind her anymore. I mean, we're not going for the Oscar in cinematography here. I just thought that this was basic stuff. You held on the location. We've established that the car is going to come eventually. I figured the car would just come into shot and that would act as a swipe to transition to the next scene. But no, the cars literally vanish in the space of a split second. they've applied that little amount of thought to the continuity of this film. There's also another moment where it's in the trailer, they have to get over some train tracks before a train hits them. Everyone's reaction is totally different to the situation. They were very clearly all filmed on different days and probably told different things, because if you look at Jennifer Lawrence's reaction, you'd never know she's about to get hit by a train. But what's even stranger is that when the car is approaching the tracks, it absolutely looks like it isn't going to make it. They are about to get sideswiped. And then with the help of some very jarring cuts, they just have the worst stunt ever where they just clearly made it and were absolutely never in trouble ever. It looks like shit and it doesn't raise your pulse at all. I don't know what the point of that was. They honestly, it's such a lame stunt, they really just shouldn't have bothered. I'm going to give No Hard Feelings a 1 out of 10. I'm not looking forward to the discourse on this one because I see a lot of people are actually enjoying this movie. I feel like I saw a completely different film. I just don't get it. But hey, that's why the channel is called IMO. It's just my opinion. Please don't be disheartened if you completely disagree and you had a great time with the film. I'm glad for you. I don't want you to have a shit time at the cinema. I promise. But that being said, thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen No Hard Feelings? What did you think about it? Let me know in that comment section below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of this crazy ginger, well, you can always click on these suggested videos right here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. But if not, take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.